Paige Bueckers ties WNBA rookie single-game scoring mark, another Caitlin Clark injury. Big 12 expert picks. Plus, Scottie Scheffler starts his quest to be the first back-to-back Tour Championship winner. This is an article version of the CBS Sports HQ AM newsletter, the ultimate guide to every day in sports. You can sign up to get it in your inbox every weekday morning here. The high in Los Angeles on Wednesday was 90 degrees, but the temperature inside Crypto.com Arena was a lot warmer. That's because Wings rookie Paige Bueckers was on fire as she tied the single-game record for points by a rookie. Bueckers was a one-woman show against the Sparks, and she did all she could do to will the Wings to a win. Her 44 points tied Cynthia Cooper-Dyke for the most by a rookie in a single game, but that does come with an asterisk. Cooper-Dyke did that in 1997, the inaugural WNBA season when she was 34 after having played professionally overseas for years. The most points by a true rookie in WNBA history were Candace Parker's 40 in 2008, but Bueckers blew by that mark while also knocking down 17 of her 21 attempts from the field, 81%. Here are a few more benchmarks Bueckers hit on Wednesday night. Tied Cooper-Dyke and Eric Ogunbowl for most 35-plus point games by a rookie with 2. Most points in a WNBA game while shooting at least 80% from the field. Joins Hakeem Olajuwon, John Drew, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the only rookies to score 40-plus points on 80% shooting in WNBA/NBA history. The problem for the Wings was that it was a one-woman show. Only one other player, Maddie Siegrist, 13 points, hit double digits in the game, an 81-80 win for the hosts. The lack of support around Bueckers opened the door for the Sparks, and Kelsey Plum won the game for LA with a floater at the buzzer. Could Anthony Richardson be on the move? Here are some good fits if the Colts seek a trade. Is Jameis Winston also a trade candidate? Not so fast, says the Giants' assistant GM. The Bengals have a lethal WR duo, but does it top our list of the best tandems in the NFL? Breathe easy, Ravens fans. Lamar Jackson is okay after getting his foot stepped on. Shedeur Sanders is back at practice after suffering an oblique injury. Ohio State WR Jeremiah Smith can't hide his hatred for Michigan. Ex-UNC coach Mack Brown says the school is all in on football right now. Trevor Rogers might be the only source of positivity for the Orioles. Bears backup QB Tyson Bagent got emotional when discussing his contract extension. The Jets bolstered their defensive line with a pair of trades. Brian Schottenheimer feels good about Micah Parsons playing in Week 1. The Little League team from Irmo, South Carolina, scored 6 runs to get the walk-off victory against Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and will play Las Vegas Thursday for right to face Fairfield, Connecticut, in the U.S. Championship on Saturday. The hits just keep coming for Caitlin Clark and the Fever, and not in a good way. In a season of multiple setbacks, Clark has missed the team's last 13 games with a groin injury, but now she's also dealing with yet another injury that has made her recovery even tougher. Clark reportedly tweaked her ankle while rehabbing her groin earlier this month. While the ankle injury was mild, it only added to a growing list of ailments for Clark and the entire team. In fact, on the very same day Clark revealed the ankle injury, the Fever lost Sydney Colson, ACL, and Ari McDonald, broken foot, for the season. Since then, the Fever have also lost star Sophie Cunningham for the season, due to a torn MCL. Despite some speculation online that Sun guard Bria Hartley intentionally tried to injure Cunningham, she dispelled that notion on her podcast. Needless to say, the temperature in Indiana is cooling as the roster transforms into an infirmary. As of this moment, the Fever are in 6th place with a 19-16 record, but they are only 2.5 games up on the 9th-place Sparks. With the Fever in a precarious situation, Jack Maloney weighed the pros and cons of going all out to reach the postseason, or throttling back and looking toward the future. The best case for the team making a playoff push is simple. Few players can take over a game quite like Clark, as long as she can get healthy. Maloney, Clark at her best, is one of the biggest difference makers in the league. As much as Clark has struggled this season, the Fever are still 8-5 when she plays and have a plus 9.1 net rating when she's on the floor. If Clark is healthy come playoff time, the Fever will at least have a chance, especially with the way Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell are playing. Those three together have a plus 10.5 net rating. Of course, that also means Clark will have to get back on the court in short order. As Cunningham recently revealed, not even Clark knows the timetable for her return. Coco Gauff fired her coach days before the start of the U.S. Open. Aaron Rodgers issued